morning, happy Sunday. You can probably tell by the head torch and where I am that I've come down this morning to clean the birds out. Come down to check on the ducks as well because we had an incident yesterday which resulted in some very sad news, and I'm not sure if that's over and done with yet or not. Our ducks were attacked yesterday by one of our neighbour's dogs. God. So one of the old boys is dead. He had I didn't see it. But thankfully Richie had just come down the garden to pick something up after we'd walked the dogs. And so he saw it happen, and apparently this dog was completely out of control. It was jumping on the ducks and ripping chunks out of them. So I had two 12-year-old Aylesburys that we hatched ourselves. They were the last of, I think, about 14 ducks that we had at the time. I can't remember how many we had in the hatch. It was a few anyway, but we obviously already had a few ducks, and then we hatched these ones ourselves, and they were the last two survivors. They're 12 years old. He's lived in this garden, free ranging other than during lockdown, living his best life. He should have just been left to die in his sleep of old age, but no. He had chunks ripped out of him and he died, and it makes me so angry. I went along to the neighbours with dead duck. I was very polite, I was upset, but I just said, you know what, this isn't acceptable, you need to keep the dog under control. However, right, so two more of the ducks were injured, that I can tell, because ducks are very stoic, they don't really show any signs of being in pain. So one of the female Aylesburys is limping, and I could see that she had a chunk out of basically the top of where her leg is underneath her wing. I could see that yesterday, but I couldn't get anywhere near her. So she's struggling to walk on that leg, but I don't know. And another one of the females, I couldn't see any visible injuries on her, but she was panting, and I think ducks don't pant normally, so I don't know if she was in shock or what, but I put them away last night hoping for the best. Richie's let them out this morning and they're both still alive, so that's really good. Like I say, I can't see any visible injuries on the rest of them either, so I've just got to, we just got to hope that they're okay, because they're not like, they're pet ducks, but they're not like, you can't pick them up and cooch them and cuddle them. More's the pity, because they would be getting coochies and snogs from the mum all the time if that was the case, but they're not like that, so to catch them and check them out would be really stressful for them, and having just been through what they've been through, I decided not to do that so soon. So I'm going to keep an eye on them for a few days, and then if it looks like they're going downhill, I'm going to have to catch them and inspect them, but that's where we're at with it anyway. So 12 are now 11. It's really sad, it's really upset me actually. I woke up a lot last night just wondering if they'd still be alive this morning. So I think I can spot the Aylesbury that's been injured, because she's just lying in the wood store, not really doing a great deal, so I'll go and see if they're okay. Things like this shouldn't happen, especially from, I mean, I could almost understand it if somebody was walking the dog down here who wasn't from the area and didn't know there was ducks, but this guy lives on the same beck. He knows our pets are here, he knows our ducks are here. In fact, our ducks go into his garden, which he's got no issue with. But obviously the dog, I don't know what happened with the dog, I honestly don't know what happened, but it's just a really good lesson that, you know, people, you need to keep your dogs under control. That's the lesson here.
Okay, so I thought the injured one was in the log store, but I think that's her there, just gone down into the back. And that one there, the light coloured one that's just getting down at the back now, she was the one that was panting really heavily. So they do seem to be fine, but they're very spooked. So this one here is the one that I thought was injured. I won't know without getting a lot closer and having a look, but maybe there's another injury that I didn't spot yesterday, I don't know. But it's not like her to just be sitting away from the others. Oh, I hate this. I absolutely hate it. And that's old Sickly there. So he's the oldest boy now. Can't believe he's the last survivor of that bunch, because he was the one that, well, he's named Sickly for a reason. I never thought he would survive this long, so it was his brother that died yesterday, but he's 12 years old. Bless him. Yeah, that's the injured one there. You can see. Oh, feels so bad for her. I don't want to get closer and scare her, but I don't know if you can see that there's like, well, there's a lot of feathers missing from underneath that left wing, and she is limping. But she's obviously been in for a wash this morning. And she's doing alright regardless, but I can't tell how deep the wound is. And neither will you be able to from this video. Oh, bless her. She looks like she's heading towards the back though. Again, I don't want to get too close and scare her, because they're a little bit spooky. You're alright, Babs, I'm not doing anything. Yeah, so you can see she's a bit limpy. Turns out I was wrong about the light coloured one that had gotten into the back. The one that was injured yesterday is hiding basically down there. I don't know why. So the one that got into the back there's two that are very, very similar. They're mother and daughter. Just don't know which is which, they're so identical. But yeah, she's hiding down there. I'm going to leave her to it. The other one, seeing if I can zoom in so I can see her injuries. Just slightly hidden. Oh, she's sort of tending to the area at the minute. It does look like it's maybe not that deep and it's just sort of surface. And maybe just a bunch of feathers were pulled out, I don't know, but like Richie said, the dog was just trying to take chunks out of them. Absolutely horrendous, like. But the thing is, I get that dogs have got this instinct. I completely understand that. I've got 5 dogs. I know what it's like, but we've had like Buzz wanting to get at the chickens, and we've got to keep an eye on them all the time. And if we're out and about and there happens to be a chicken, I mean, God, there was pigs. Our friend down the way, oh yeah, you saw, and if you've seen one of my other videos where I came home and found pigs wandering up the street. Well, they had piglets down there, and when Buzz saw them, he was like, I want to get to the babies, you know. So I get that dogs are instinctively like that, but know your dog, you know what I mean? Know your dog and manage it accordingly. But she just looks, don't know, I can't figure it. Can't figure how bad it is from here, but yeah, I can see a little bare patch, and her holding her foot. You see her limping. So while I'm down here, I've just built this very crude but temporary little compost pile, because these are getting a bit full. And I have this and one more wheelbarrow left to go in, so I thought I'll just create that, start using that until I can get that moved, and then build a proper one in the space where that is. Won't take long to get that filled, will it? I just went in to check if she was okay and she's come out. She doesn't look injured, does she? But she's been hiding this whole time and she's still panting a little bit. Oh, I've just had a thought. She's probably hiding because they're trying to mate with her. Oh goodness, talk about adding insult to injury. Alright love, I know you got attacked yesterday by a dog, but come here because I'm up for a bit. Oh no, yeah, that's what it is. And I've just pushed her out from a wee hiding spot. That's the old boy getting on the back though. He's the other 12-year-old. Oh God, I'm going to have to intervene. Hang on. So that's been back in the grow zone now. I've left the birds to it for the day. The less I'm down there upsetting them, the better, I think. So I've just left them to it. They've all been cleaned out. There's nothing else I can do except watch and observe. So in the meantime, I have been potting on some of the seeds that I sowed in the middle of January. And I'm going to sow some more seeds today. So let's have a look at what I've just potted on. We've got the cherry tomatoes here, 4 little pots, very nice. I believe this is an apple, judging by the seed that I just found in the soil. So I think the rest of these have got apple seeds in them as well, and that'll go back in the little cloche in the windowsill. These are the peppers, all of them. And I'm going to go and pot some more, sow some more seeds now. Here's the seeds that we're sowing. So we're going for 2 types of red onion, a parsnip and a sweet basil. There we go. All squeezed into the kitchen windowsill. So that's some of the plants I've just potted on. There is the wee mini cloche and the tomatoes that I've just potted on, and then the seeds that I've just sown at the back. So let's wish them luck. It's safe to say the ladies are earning their keep, but it's posing me a problem. I have too many eggs and I don't know what to do with them. I can't eat enough. I can't sell them because otherwise I'd have to register my birds, and I'm not doing that. If I give them away, technically I still have to register my birds, so I don't. Oh my god, I'm about to eat lunch anyway, and that'll be 2 less than you can see now. It's walk time. Also, I had to show you because I think you will be really, really proud. Maybe, maybe not. I know I am. I'm very proud of myself. I washed my jacket. Look, collar's clean and everything. Honestly, before it got washed, it felt like a kennel dog. You know, dogs that are kept in kennels. And the coat was kind of greasy. That's what this thing felt like. But I wear it all the time during the winter. And I don't think I've washed it in years. Anyways, that's that. So, lesson learnt at the weekend. Somehow got to try and figure out how to protect my birds going forward. I'll figure that out. I do work for an agricultural supplier. Shout out to Cars Billington, thank you very much. So I'm hoping that they'll have something that I can fashion into a way of keeping the birds safe. Yeah, anyway, we shall see. I will obviously keep you updated on that. So, sorry this was a bit of a sad video, but sharing my journey with you, good, bad and ugly. There you go, it's shared. So I will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful week.